I have heard, seen and spoken to a lot of people in the past few months who have expressed just how weird they found 2020 to be, and how that they will always remember 2020 as one of the worst years the world experienced collectively. How they couldn't wait for 2020 to be over, and the way they spoke sounded like there would be some kind of miracle that took place as the clock struck 12 on New Year's Eve, and 2020 would leave, along with all the craziness. There seemed to be a great deal of hope in the way people were speaking about the new year, aside from the usual new year, new me attitude. Hope is an incredibly strong thing, and when I think about the hope of a lot of us have for the coming year, I thought of the words from Psalm 131, which I would highly recommend a read. It's not very long at all. But it starts by stating how the psalmist is not hoping for anything too mighty or anything too marvellous for himself. Kind of a bit like how a lot of us aren't hoping for anything too drastic, simply the ability to see our families again, or in some cases to be able to escape from our families back to the pub. Hope has some incredible abilities, but it's something that we often have to choose to do. It isn't like any other emotion we might possess. Hope is an active choice, one that can carry us an incredibly long way. It acts as a shelter in a storm. I'm sure many of you have been subject to camping holidays in the past, and if you haven't, then you're a lucky person. But the only time I've ever been camping, it seemed we managed to book it in the middle of monsoon season. So when the rain came beating down, and all you could see in front of you was mud and grey skies, the thought of some shelter, no matter how poorly constructed it was enough to keep you trudging through the fields to get you somewhere vaguely dry. And no matter how rubbish looking the tent was, it was enough to provide some shelter. It was enough that you could climb in it and rest until the rain passed. Hope can act a lot like that tent. It can be small or it can be huge. It can be just enough to keep your head dry, or it might be enough to shelter you and everyone you care about. And hope can be a huge motivator. It can keep you walking through a storm when your legs just can't seem to take another step. It can help you see the sunshine when it starts to push its way through the clouds. We all seem to be weathering some kind of storm at the moment, in all different kinds of ways. I just hope that you're able to find some kind of shelter from your storm somewhere along the way, and that it can keep you walking towards it.